here with my friend Molly. Say hello, Molly.
Good morning.
Molly woke up dog early to take me to the airport because she is a saint.
Thank you.
Molly coaches lacrosse, and speaking of sports that everyone knows about, I'm currently wearing my Adelaide Crows AFL get up.
Yes, what's everybody? Yeah, that's it.
Have you heard of AFL before?
No.
It's Australian Football League. So
Yeah.
my team, the Adelaide Crows, the last time they won was like 1988. But they're on top of the ladder, so they've made it to the finals for the first time. Well, they're in a good position for the first time. Anyway, we're all very excited at the Crows house. It's called the Adelaide Crows. I'm on my way to Arlington, Virginia, which is like, but I'm flying into Washington. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it makes so much sense.
So many states touch.
Yes.
Every state, everywhere touches, but you know? Can I introduce Margaret?
Oh yeah.
This is my friend Margaret.
I don't want to be on camera.
This is Chris, and we're going into the venue, and that's about as exciting as it gets. So let's go.
Let's go.
Time stood still, just
There's an
like
elevator, but you gotta get your steps up, you know? Alrighty, we're here at the venue. I've just done my sound check. This is the room where I'm playing. And I'll tell you what, they must have knew I was coming, because once again, there is a little board game collection. And look, I'm not gonna lie, this is not very good. You know what? I recently played a game of Catan, and it was better than I remembered. One time I played Risk, and I will never play it again because I lost, and it is too long and too painful when you lose. Monopoly, is it a game? I don't think it is actually a real game. Surprisingly, I've not played Carcassonne. I played half a game of Pandemic. It was alright. I don't really like code names. Everyone loves it, but it's just not my cup of tea. Anyway, Highland R&R's board game collection.
They told me time would heal the cause. Heavenly physician, heal our wounds with yours, heal our wounds with yours. Heavenly physician.
Alrighty, I made it to Connecticut. I had a really early flight this morning. I am at a cafe called Cafe La Sorello, but that's not how you say it. How you really say it is La Sorello. Just wanted to give a quick update about the gig last night. It went really well. Small crowd. It was one of those gigs that was like in a public setting, so there were like civilians there. I never know just quite how much to share in between songs, but I don't think they were really listening, so that's okay. But yeah, the crowd that did come for me was super respectful and supportive, and I had a lot of great conversations with people. Someone whipped out a Heaps Good Friends record that they ordered from Australia like years ago, which was cool, so I signed that for them. Yeah, it's really cool to see the Diocese of Arlington do events that specifically aid artists. They're good, true and beautiful events. It's pretty rare. So yeah, that and this gig tonight is also another rare one, a Catholic, another music festival, which is exciting. I get to play with Zambon, who I used to tour with back in the day, back in my heyday. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, sometimes I don't really know what to expect with these gigs. People, I kind of reach out to people, I make my pitch, and you know, they say they'll have me, they want me, they can bring me a crowd, so never really know quite what it's like until you get there. Hey Joe Zambon, it's good to see you.
Good to be seen.
My husband asked me to do like a tour diary.
Oh, fun.
Tell me what you had for breakfast.
I had bacon and eggs.
Me too.
Coffee, naturally.
Now, tell me about your coffee.
Okay, so lately I've been doing French press.
Yes, Joe.
Then I'll throw in some collagen.
Okay.
And a stick of butter.
Oh,
Salted butter.
are you doing like carnivore or something? Or?
No, I should.
A stick of butter.
Pretty close to a stick of butter.
Man.
And a little bit of honey. And I froth it up. And man, it just makes me feel good about life.
That's awesome. How are you feeling about this gig today?
Gotta put a set list together still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have any memories from when we toured together back in the day?
Oh my gosh.
I have one memory that comes to mind. I think we arrived in like Lethbridge or Medicine Hat or somewhere, and Nick was going in to see just if the contact person was ready or if they were ready for us. And we're sitting in the car for like 3 minutes, and then you get a text, and it's Nick, and he says, "I'm in, and I'm on the can."
Classic. Oh man, I have too many poop stories, but I don't think we're on tour.
I have a great fart story by Nick, actually. When we were playing volleyball, were you there? It was 10 of us. He took a dive and everyone heard it. It was the greatest moment. And I asked him, because I did a gig with him back in January in Ottawa, I was like, can I please share this story on stage? And humble Nick allowed me, but I completely blanked and forgot. So I'm telling people now.
Yeah, you need to know this. One of my favorite memory shows we did was, if you recall, we played at Dominican College, and you did Treasure? Is it called Treasure?
Is that when we did it together?
We did it together.
Oh yeah, that's online somewhere. Poorly
It is, and I've always loved that song for that remix.
Sick.
So
I love that song when I redid it. It really shone.
Saying that, but if you want to say that.
No, I loved your version.
But we rarely ever played it together.
Yes. And we were in a church, and it was like the perfect mood of the song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that. That is the gig where I played the first song off that album. It's like really short, and I played it, and nobody clapped. So I gave like a one strum, like, yep, this is the end, and still no one clapped, and I had to be like, please clap. I don't remember asking you to open for me for my first album CD release, but I know that is why the room was like filled with 200 people. So thank you so much. I went back there, obviously, I went back to Canada, to Ottawa. I had this like very romantic view of it, because I hadn't been for 10 years. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go to like all my old stomping places, and I was like, wait, everything's changed, and I've changed, and
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
it was strange. It was like still cool, but I was like, yeah, this isn't my home anymore.
I've definitely had that where you go through places again. You're like, yep, not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Just passing through.
Good to know. I made the right decision 5 years ago.
Exactly. So I might require an edit of this or something. But basically, so it was interesting because it's like, she's like, oh well, so I mean, you're gonna have a new album come out at some point, and where are you gonna do your CD release? And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do the CD release.
Oh, really?
Well, because it's like, well, I've always been in a place where I've had like friends, family, but with this crowdfunding, like I'm setting it up like, like, hey, if they do the top tier, if they get a house concert. And so I've had a couple people, book me 3 or 4.
That's great. And that's good because they've committed so much money. They'll place value on it and invite people.
Yeah, and even too, like for me, like it could be just them and their family. Like I'm like totally cool with that.
Sweet.
And if I look back and I really think about it, it's like which ones really stood out to me is like it wasn't necessarily like a really big concert. Like some of them were house concerts, and it was a beautiful environment. I'd rather be like the first show I do is someone who's already like committed to hosting me.
Yes.
And maybe I only then do like kind of 5 random shows, like they could be anywhere. Do you
you think there are less people going to gigs, kind of like indie gigs now than they were back in whenever we were touring in Canada, 2010?
Yeah, like the whole culture of just like, let's go out and put ourselves in, whether it's even like just a club or a bar. Yeah, I don't know if people are doing that anymore. It seems like they're more okay to just kind of stay at home and
Be alone.
But I don't know. I just know that I don't have like a huge desire at this point to hustle as hard as I have before.
Yeah.
To like get little shows. Oh, here we go.
We had our gig in Connecticut last night. It was a parish music festival. There was a good crowd there. It was mostly oldies. They were very cute and very supportive. We ended up getting rained out, so unfortunately about halfway through Joe's set, everyone just started leaving because they were getting rained on. Yeah, it was really interesting chatting with Joe about just the culture of live music and going to gigs, and also what makes a gig worthwhile doing, you know. I kind of asked him, like, if you could do this full time and it would be the main source of income for your family, would you do it? And he said no, probably not. Which I love the honesty of that. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a love for it and sees the good in it. And I think I've always pursued, like, yeah, if I could do this full time and it could, you know, be an income, or at least part of an income for the family, like, that would be awesome. And it's sort of what I'm doing now-ish, although everything we're making is currently going back into music right now. But yeah, it was interesting talking to him about, like, what gigs are worth it, like what gigs are worth doing, especially when you have a family, and traveling away from them is just kind of silly unless it's necessary. Excuse me. Joe also kind of mentioned a bit of an aversion he has to, like, well, first of all, like, Catholic celebrities, but also kind of ministries that become really inflated with income, you know what I mean? And again, I love that he brought that up. I loved everything he shared. I don't really see what I do as a ministry. At first I thought that I had to, you know, because it's for Jesus and everything should be, you know, as a ministry. But I think last year I kind of realized, like, it's not a ministry. Like, it's just, I have a lot of fun writing music. I have a lot of fun gigging. I think people really enjoy the live music experience, particularly when I play. Like, I get a lot of good feedback, and I actually want to provide something different rather than, like, you know, kind of evangelizing intentionally for a night. Having said that, like, a lot of the stories I share behind my songs are pretty super Jesus focused. So depending on what kind of gig you come to, I'll probably be talking about it anyway. But yeah, David said an amazing quote on the phone to me yesterday. He said that entertainment is the sugar of the art world, and yeah, I just don't know if people want to come to live gigs anymore like small indie gigs. Like people want to go see Taylor Swift and Oasis and all these bigger bands who they grew up listening to. But it's hard to get people out of the house, and I think it's just because they would rather stay home in their bedroom on YouTube, which is really sad. And it's really hard to kind of cultivate that culture. I've also found probably every single gig I've done so far, the contact person has been like, I think we can get X amount of people, or last year we had this many people, it's probably going to be more this year. And every turnout has been like much less than they anticipated. And I wonder if that is a sign of like culture changing. Something really exciting, like this is too exciting. I shouldn't be this excited. Where's that focus button? There we go. I have to check my bags because I have a lot of them with just my guitar and my merch and stuff. And I ended up being booked on first class today, flying from New York to Pittsburgh, which is like a 1 hour flight. Like it's not this expensive first class flight, but it was cheaper to book me first class because when you're in first class you get 2 free checked bags. So this will be my first experience of flying first class, and I'm sure it'll just be like a bigger seat and you get your own water bottle and you know you get some orange juice. But I'm so excited. I don't even know what the word is for that, but I'm pretty excited. It's the little things, you know. Anyway, I cannot wait to see sweet little baby Cordelia and David. Family is everything. Beautiful, refreshing, healing. I can't wait to see them.